Hello wonderful people, this is James. Welcome to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. In a layman's language, we give you the basic financial management skills that you need to take hold of your finances. Today we're talking about how to stop overspending. You know, I've said this on this channel before and I'll repeat it today. Overspending is a master killer of financial dreams and something that we all need to avoid. The question is, how do we avoid or stop overspending? In this video, I'll give you 7 things you can do to avoid or stop overspending. Welcome back to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you can have it. Don't also forget to drop a comment so that we can all get interactive. If you're a returning subscriber, God bless you for coming. So let's go straight into it. What are the things that you need to do to stop overspending? The first thing you need to do is to understand your spending triggers. You know, what are the things that triggers you to spend? You know, what are the things that forces you to spend? What are the places that you go to and then you can't do anything than to spend? To understand these things and avoid them. Sometimes it's social media. You go on social media and see nice things and all you can do is to go and buy them. Sometimes it has to do with being with a particular friend. When you are with that kind of friend, you can't help but to spend. So understand all these triggers and avoid them. Sometimes it could be a particular mood when you're playing a particular music. It prompts you, it tells you to buy certain things, you know. So understand all these triggers and avoid them. Secondly, have a budget. You know, definitely we can talk about overspending without talking about budget. You need a budget to be able to stop overspending, because that's a plan that is going to lead you as to how you can spend your money. That is going to be the stopgap for you when you're going wrong with how you're spending your money. It prompts you when you're doing things beyond your income. So you need a budget to stop overspending. Thirdly, avoid buying on credit. You know, there's one thing about credit that we take for granted. When you buy on credit, we think that we're not going to pay it right now, and so we are good to go. And so we go for anything at all, even things that we don't need. But one thing you need to know is that eventually you are going to pay that. Okay, so if you think you don't have the money to buy it, avoid buying it. Don't go for credit, because eventually you pay it. There is this psychology of credit, you know. You before you think about it, you buy things you don't need. So please, as much as you can, avoid buying on credit if you want to avoid overspending. The next on the list is to avoid impulse buying. You know, what is impulse buying? Impulse buying is buying things you never planned. You know, it's not in your plan. You meet it and then you have the urge and so you buy it. So avoid these things, and because they are usually things you don't need. Because human beings are like that. We see things and then we want to go for them. But as to whether we need them is another thing. So avoid buying it impulsively. Okay, so this is it. Avoid things that you never planned. That's all I'm talking about. Let me give you an example. You know, I went to a place with a group of people, and then as we were there, somebody came there with shoes, you know, that were very cheap. So somebody bought that, and then the person brought it. We asked for the price, and it was so cheap, and every other person there bought it except myself. So I asked them, did you guys really need a shoes? They said no. So why did you buy them? They said it's cheap. No, the fact that it's cheap doesn't mean you need to buy it. Do you really need it? That's the question you need to ask yourself anytime you want to buy something. Is it in your plan? Did you have that in your budget? The fact that it's cheap doesn't mean you should go for it, because it will end up becoming a liability to you. You wouldn't use it. So please, don't just buy because you have the urge to do it. Ensure that you need that thing. It is in your plan before you buy it. Next, avoid living to impress others. You know, we live in a society where people expect you to live a particular lifestyle because of who you are. But mind you, all these expectations come with some level of financial commitment that can hurt your finances. So please, don't live your life to impress others. The fact that somebody is doing something doesn't mean that you need to do it also. That person might have planned into that thing for a very long time. And so the funds are there to do that. But what about you? Please, if you want to avoid overspending, never live your life to impress people. Another thing you can do to avoid overspending is to have a financial goal, a long-term financial goal, something you are looking up to, something you are working towards, and that thing becomes your focus. It doesn't allow you to spend unnecessarily. My goals don't allow me to spend on things that are not relevant. That is it. So have a goal that you're working towards. It could be you working towards your retirement. It could be you working towards a project, building project. It could be you working towards buying your dream house, your dream car, So have a financial goal that takes all your attention. It doesn't allow you to concentrate on things that are petty, things that are not very significant to your life. So if you want to avoid overspending, have a long-term financial goal. Finally, shop with a list, To avoid impulse buying, like I said earlier, shop with a list. Go out with a list. So you have a list of things you need before you go out. So and nothing can stare at you and let you buy unexpectedly, because you know exactly what you need on the list. So go out with a list. Know the things you need, how much you want to spend on that before you move out. This is like a common thing that everybody talks about, but it works like magic. Shop with a list if you want to avoid overspending. Congratulations, now you are on your way to avoid overspending. I know for sure you're going to avoid overspending with these steps. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Self-Made Finance. God bless you.